Okay, welcome you all to the live streaming session. So today we are going to discuss about the future electronics. So myself, I'm Suresh. I'm Suresh Subramanian. So I'm going to present on electronics for 2024. So what is 2024? Why I'm choosing this 2024? Now we are in 2020. Okay, we have 4 years of gap. So what we can do in this 4 years of gap? That is what the session about today. So what I'm going to discuss today, I'm going to discuss on current trends. What we are now we are having enough technology to handle these current trends. Then we are going to discuss about emerging technologies. So then I'm going to say about the things that is going to change the world's economy. So it is not about technology alone, because technology alone cannot do anything much. So we need some money. So to make a money, so we need some technology to be there, and that technology should make some money. So that is the thing. So next we are, and I am also an embedded engineer. So I'm an electronic engineer. So how I can make it this as a career? So that is what we are going to discuss about today. So again, so it is a live streaming. You have to put all your questions in the chat box. So kindly put on chat box. The moderators and the event organizers and the live stream holders will communicate to us, and we will reply you through the live stream. And then it is a live streaming. So YouTube, we are just putting a disclaimer for this YouTube that we are not holding any copyrights on the images and the things that is going to be showed in the PPT. So we are in 2020, right? So what is today's technology? You know about the artificial intelligence. So I think artificial intelligence, you know about artificial intelligence, right? So it is as a service. So what is as a service? I mean, you have heard this term as a service, right? So what is as a service? So artificial intelligence is something, we have brain, right? So human brain is such a huge thing which have much connectivities. We call this connectivities as neuron, right? So have you ever think why these people at 40 ages getting some memory loss, like all these things? So the reason behind is so simple. We can say in terms of technologically that the connection between the neurons is weak. So they are facing a problem of memory losses. Okay, so what is connected to your electronics or embedded system or else computation technologies? Okay, the thing behind is, so artificial intelligence is something that where the user is going to create the exact model of the neurons, right? So exact model in the sense, we are making as an inputs and outputs. So in between there will be a layer that is going to be deciding all the things that is mimicking your internal brain. So making it as a service. As service means, what do you mean by service? Service is a thing which will give something. So if you go to an hotel, they will say a self service or a waiter will serve you. So like that, a service is something like that. Okay. So when it comes to the technological term, we say a service is going to be a part that is going to be a 24 cross 7. So artificial intelligence as a service is a platform where the artificial intelligence is there, and the pattern, that is the things, the brain, the mimicking, everything will be in your server, and the server will provide a service, artificial intelligence service. Okay, next comes the 5G network. So don't say that, sir, today we don't have any 5G and all. Yes, 5G is a bit trick, and even the communication people is having a huge research in your 5G networks. So as I say a 5G network, what do you mean? So the thing is, now we are using this Wi-Fi, right? So Wi-Fi is like a thing. We have an internet, but we are going to eliminate the mobile networks. You can ask how I can eliminate a mobile network. Yes, it's so simple. But the simple email ID and a phone number, you are communicating now, right? Okay, think of your internet calls. So what you are having, you are just having an email ID, and that's it. You are going to call to a number, right? And the future world, or else today also we are having a lot of communication networks like Telegram, and we have Discord. That you can have a something that you can hold your numbers. There is no need to exploit your numbers to other people, and you can have a secure communication. And somewhat I can say it is a secure communication, but the thing is we can call without the mobile network. So that is what and part of your 5G networks. So 5G network is huge. I'm saying only a part. Next is autonomous driving. I think this term you have heard everywhere, because we know that autonomous driving is going to be ruling the world. So I can't. I can say it is going to be a good one in the future. As of now, we don't have a perfect autonomous driving cars. We are having still they are having a huge question mark behind the security, whether the car can be hackable, whether it can be hacked, as you see in the films, Hollywood movies. They're saying that hacking the autonomous cars and all. So that is a huge question. Okay, so next is your personalizing and predictive medicines. Yes, so the personalizing and predictive medicines. Okay, so what is this? So have you went to a hospital? Yes, everyone is going to hospitals. There is an we can go for diagnostics. Yes, so there a doctor will be there. We will be diagnosing. We will taking the test, and we will be giving all these things. Okay. So now the thing is, when you go for your predictive, so we heard a proverb that is prevention is better than cure. So, have you heard this term? Yes, everyone would have heard this term. Prevention is better than cure. So, what is this prevention? And here we are saying a bit more than a prevention, it is predictive. So, predictive measures. So, how we can protect ourselves with this disease that is going to become after a 2 years or a 3 years. And there are a lot of researchers. With your Irish, you can say how when you get a sugar, and with your Irish they can say how you will get a, whether you can get a heart attack or you will be getting any heart blocks. Like that, there are many of the things. And personalizing is a thing. You can have a personal contact between a doctors to a patient. So that is what and personalized and predictive medicines. So it is also a huge trend today, but still it is in the development part, because we don't hold such technologies for everyone to give that. Okay, so next one is your computer vision. So you know that computer vision is all over. That is giving the computers an eye, so that the computers can look at the other thing, the physical world. And next one is your extended reality, augmented reality, virtual reality. So I think I missed the term virtual reality. So first is your virtual reality, augmented reality, and extended reality. We have to go in a term. Okay, so the thing is, first one, virtual reality, right? So what is virtual reality? It is not there, and we are going to be saying that it is going to be there. What you are saying is just like an illusion, right? So it is something, a virtual reality. It is, we are virtually there. That is what we have to create. Okay, next, what is the augmented reality? It is not there, and we are going to make it as such a model. That is going to be your augmented reality. So then what do you mean by extended reality? And you would have term this extended reality and mixed reality. There are two terms. Both are mixed of same. Okay, mixed reality. They will be saying extended reality, mixed reality. So everything is same. So the mixed reality, when you come from mixed reality or extended reality, we can feel. We can feel. So the person is not there, and we can feel that person is there, and we will also will feel. That is what your extended reality. And the last one is your blockchain technology. uh, I think it is not the part of our session, but it is top 7 technologies of your 2020. So I have to say that blockchain also. So blockchain is something, you heard of ledgers, right? When you go to your bookshop or anywhere, they will be providing a ledger. When you go to your library, when you go to your college library, when you go to your school library, you will be getting a ledger. There will be a ledger, and you will be filling ledgers, right? You will be filling some ledgers. So you would have seen everywhere it is computerized, but still there are many documents that has to be maintained offline. So that we call it as ledgers. Okay. Then what is the help of blockchain? So blockchain is something, it is like a chain. You would have seen the chains, right? Chain is the thing, small particles are joined together, and they are going to be connected everywhere, right? That is what your blockchain. Okay. So now it is on blockchain. What is the purpose of a technology to be here? So it is used in non high security ledgers, high security ledgers. Okay. So what is this security ledgers and all? So when you come for ledgers, right? When you come for ledgers, so it has to prevent the addresses. So when you come for blockchain technology, what happens means the final address and the ending address, you will be having two addresses, and this will be a reference of another thing. So if you are removing a simple part from a simple one of the ledgers, then the entire block will be of invalid. So by the way, we can prevent hacking, that is going off of data, like that we can prevent lot of things. So that is what the technology blockchain is so famous now. Okay. So that is what I have shown in a pictorial representation. First you can see about your artificial intelligence as a service. So as I said, everything I have mentioned before itself, you will be having a center servers, and all the peoples, that is doctors, nurse, patients, drug dealers, that is drug in the sense medical drugs. Okay. Medical drugs, the lab technician, biotech labs, everyone will be connected to a single service. And now with a single services, now we will be having each and every person will be consuming that service. Got it? Consuming, what you will be consuming is just taking out the data from the services. Okay. So next I have said about your 5G technologies, right? Yeah, 5G technologies, you can see that you will be having an smaller networks, that is your micro cells, and you will be having Wi-Fi networks. I said about only the Wi-Fi network, right? So Wi-Fi network, there will be a massive MIMO. We have MIMO network, that is massive input, massive output. Like that, we will be having a lot of things and researches is going on your 5G networks. Okay. So next comes your self-driving cars. So I have said about the self-driving cars also, and then the medical clinics, how it is going to be operated. That is, you are personalizing the data, everything. And next one is your computer vision. I also said, na, you can see it is your tensor flow, the output of your tensor flow, how it will be looking. Okay. So the tensor flow, the computer will be having a vision, and it will be mapping entire physical world into a computer numbers, as you seen in some matrix film and all, right? In matrix film, everything will be in a matrix, right? So like that, it is also in a matrix form. It will be converting into a numbers. And last one is your, that is all about that virtual reality, augmented reality, and mixed realities, and then the blockchain. Okay. So we will come to the part of our topic. Okay. So I took it from Quora. Many you know about the Quora platform. Okay. So they are asking, there are huge questions around that same thing. Sir, what will be, or else what is the technologies that will be in your 2020 to 2025? Around 5 years. I can say it is 4 years. The topic is around 2024, and even I am saying going to say about 2025 also. So around this 5 years, what will happen in the world, and what will be the topmost technologies? And now we will be talking from one by one. Okay, the first one is your array of things. So array of things, Internet of Things. I will be saying I will be saying that Internet of Things is also the same, and array of things is also the same, but it has some differentiations. Okay, so what will be the differentiations? So array, what do you mean by array? So array is something we call this as data type, right? Array is a data type. What type of data type it is? It is a collection of numbers. It is a collection of numbers. So what type of collection of numbers? Okay, we have large number of numbers and the data type should be the similar. Okay, so that is we call it as array. So array of things. So the array of things is going to deal something that is going to be have a similar components, and that is going to be in a form of internet that is connecting to a single service. Okay, so what do you mean by internet of things then? So internet of things is that is also going to connect with the internet, but each and every devices will be connecting to the internet, and it has individual connections. So array of things and internet of things is the same. Okay, and then the robotics. So the robotics is huge. I think I missed a term. I missed a letter S. So it is swarm robotics. So group of robots to solve a problem, or else to solve a tedious job. Okay. So hyperloop. I think you would have heard all these terms in recent days. Hyperloop, right? So next is your Wi-Fi technology, a communication through a light. That is your Wi-Fi technology. Then radar cat. So what is this radar cat? Because nowadays the many of the people is saying that what is this? Everyone is saying the term radar cat. Okay, so that is what I put it in brackets. Okay, so it is Google Soli radar. Okay, that is a project that is going to be in the lab of Google. Okay, so I can't say it is. I'm not sure about the commercial products. Okay, so it is there in Google's research. So what they are doing now? So it is like a radar. So you know about radar, right? It is going to keep on emitting some waves, and we will be. If there is a some object it is crossing that, we can easily say that what type of object it is. So with this Google Soli, what we can do means we can sense an object. So I can have a cup of tea, and I can give it to the radar, and the radar will say it is a tea. It is interesting. Okay, okay. I will at the end I will show some. I can open the Google because it is an live stream. I can say give the videos. Okay. So what I can do, I can show that Google Soli and all. What is that? How it will be sensing? Okay. So directly I can open the Google site and I can show. Okay. So next one is your autonomous car. I have already said about that. Then robotic and prosthetic limbs and bionic eyes. Okay. So what is this bionic eyes and prosthetic limbs and all? So the thing is how it is going to be for a human being, because I can say an artificial part. I can create an hand for a human being, right? For a human being, I can have a hand that is full of robotics. But the thing of how it is going to communicate through our brain waves. Okay, so that technology, and finally the 3D printing. I think it should be in your previous slide itself. They have missed, but the top technologies, the 3D printing is not there, because many of the people we are as an product developers, students only using this 3D printing. That is the reason they are not put it in 2020. Okay, so but in 2025 we can sure that the 3D printers will rule the world. Okay, how it is going to rule the world? Yes. So the thing is 3D printing. You know about all the 3D printing, right? So the 3D printing, you can easily you can imagine a product, and you can give the product a real shape. That is what a 3D printer will do, right? So how it is going to rule the world? Yes, whatever you think, you can print it. Okay, I will show that in the final. Okay, so next thing, again, we seen about current trends and the technologies that are emerging around 2025. Now I will be saying the mainstream. What is this mainstream? We have used technologies and we have to streamline, right? We have to focus. That is what an career to be, right? So we have to be have some careers, or else I have to focus on something. So I was said lot of technologies. Now I am going to say the technologies that has to be mainstream in 2025. Okay, so we should be ahead of the technologies, right? But we have to learn lot. Okay, we will be discuss that later. Okay, first one is your integration of NLP. So what is this NLP? Yes, you know about a lot of things, right? You know about Siri. Yes, if you are an Apple user, you will be calling Siri, right? And if you are a Google user, you will say, "Hey Google." And I think my mobile has started. I say, "Hey Google," and my mobile open just Google thing. Okay, let me stop that. Sorry. Okay, fine. So we have a lot of NLPs, that is natural language processing. So I think recently you would have we are in lockdown. We are attending lot of webinars, everything, right? So there you would have noticed about a thing called as captions. When you are in a Google Meet or in a classroom, there will be a person, there will be teaching everything, and you can enabling that caption. The it will be typing all the things, whatever he talks, it will be typed in the sentences. That we call it as NLP. And currently we have in India, we have only Hindi and English. So soon we can expect a lot of languages, the linguistic languages like Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, Marathi, like that we will be having a, we can expect in 2025 even we have a NLP for our own mother language or mother tongue. Okay, so next one is your IoT. I have said before, so no need to think. And next one is your edge computing. You would have heard quantum computing. In many of the Hollywood movies, you would have heard this edge computing, quantum computing. Okay, it is like a electrons. Okay, so the processor is going to be deal with the terminologies, the edge compute. So edge computing is something different from quantum computing. So it is based on the city, that is your computer technologies. Okay, so it will be hosted in a cloud. Okay, and we will be having an interaction. It will be similar to like grid technologies, cloud computing, like that. Okay, so not more because I am not familiar about edge computing. Okay, so next one is your facial recognition. So would have known about your facial recognition in many of your Hollywood movies. Okay, so next one is your artificial intelligence. Yes, we have discussed a lot about that artificial intelligence. Okay, so we will move to the next one, automation. So what is this automation? Yes, making the things to do an action by its own, that we call it as automation. And lastly is your 5G technologies. Yes, that is also we discuss lot in that. Okay, so we move to the next slide. Okay, so before itself I said at last I'm going to say about 10 technologies that is going to transform our global economy by 2025. Yes, so there are huge technologies that will not be used by your public, or else I can say the end consumer won't use that, right? Okay, what is that? Why I have to say the technology is that it is emerging, I can learn that. Yes, you can learn if you are a researcher. Okay, who can learn a lot of technologies, right? but every technologies won't make money. So like your Ajit says, money, 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 right? So we have 10 technologies here that gives you money, money, money. It's not for the, it is a global prediction of economy, because now we are facing a huge crisis, right? Now we are facing huge crisis because you would have known, because we have this COVID-19 situation, and we have to transform, we have to get back. I mean, we can't say, we can't say the transformation. We have to say we have to get back our economy back. So lot of people, economists, have suggested 10 technologies that is going to transform the global economy. The first one is your mobile internet. Yes, would have known how much mobile we are using now, right? Because previously or 5 years before, we don't have much technologies, and even YouTube is also not that much popular. Now everyone puts a live stream. Even I a normal, I in my home, I can put an I can put a YouTube live streaming. So the thing is, the mobile is going to be your best economic platform in 2025. Next one is your artificial intelligence. I think I have discussed a lot about artificial intelligence. Then virtual, next point is your virtual reality and augmented reality. Yes, you can say that numbers, it is 80 billion dollars. So you have to look into how much money it is going to make it in 2025. Next one is your cloud technologies. Yes, you are using lot and lots and lots of apps like Google Drives, lot and lots of apps. Okay, so next one is your internet of things. Okay, why I have highlighted that internet of things in red color? Okay, so I will be saying why I have given and highlighting for that term. Okay, so next one, advanced robotics. Yes, that is also in red color term. Then biometric technologies. Yes, and you can see that the numbers. Okay, it is 72% of the companies are planning to drop their traditional passwords in 2025. Okay, so now you would have learned the COVID-19 had made us the fingerprint to be banned in many of the places, right? Because not to touch, by touching our biometric devices, we are in a position to, that is, we are in vulnerable condition to transmit corona to the another person. So they are planning for newer biometric technologies like Irish and even more. Okay, though, so the recently they made a, many of the security professionals, they have made a survey, and they are saying that 72% of the companies is going to drop their traditional fingerprint and all. Okay, so next one is your 3D printing, and you can see that the cost, how much impact it is going to be made on the economy of a country. Okay, so it is around 230 billion to 550 billion annually by 2025. And you would have seen these numbers. I have shown before an augmented reality, it is around 80 billion, and in my mobile technology it is going to be 4.3 billion people. It is people, it is money, and here also it is money. But the comparison, why I am comparing all these terms is, you have huge mobile, and it is going to be merged with the 3D printing technology. Again, the money will be a double or triple. We have in terms of multiplications, right? And genomics, I think it is purely a science based thing. I can't discuss more. And last one is your blockchain. I would have said about the blockchain before itself. Okay, so the thing is, why I've highlighted all these things in red, you would have noticed, the only thing is, it is purely a selfish thing. So these are the technologies that depend more on electronics. So I am an electronics engineer. Okay, so I did my masters in embedded engineering. So I would have thought that these technologies will have a huge impact of electronics. If you learn electronics, these technologies, you can see around 50%, that is, we have one internet of thing, two, three, four. around 10 technologies. We have 4 technologies that is depending only on electronics. So that is the only reason I have put that, I have highlighted that, 4 technologies in this red terms. Okay, so what is the topic today? It is electronics of 2024. Okay, so it is all concept art. Don't think that all the technologies are there in today itself, because we can't predict the future. Okay, we can't predict the future, and we can say that the future it can be like this. Okay, so because we can predict, but the crisis what we are facing now is unpredicted, and no one had said about this COVID-19 in 5 years before or 10 years before. So like that, we can predict that technology also. Okay, these are just a concept art, you can see. But here I have made two diagrams, that is images on the top and two diagrams at the bottom. And the future home, already you would have seen a lot of these kind of things, future homes, right? The future your home is something like, you have smart displays everywhere, you have garage opening doors. And I think we have not tasted all these technologies in India, but soon, it is not that much long to see these kind of homes in India. Some homes already are implementing these future technologies also. Okay, so there are your colleges, schools would have smart boards, right? So they can even have LEDs that can say what color is that. Okay, these technology is available now. So now you think it is available now, but we would have not seen this also. Yes, so the technology is there, but we have not yet seen. Okay, so these cycles, these planes and all, we can, it is just a concept art. But whether it will come or not, we don't know. But there are researchers going around the world about these e-bicycles and planes with wings, without wings, a lot of things. Okay, so there are huge. Okay, so we can't go with all this technology. Where I have to concentrate? Okay, I will concentrate. Okay, so I have took only these 4 areas. Okay, first one is your Internet of Things. Fine. Second one is your robotics, advanced robotics, post set exams. And next one is your 3D printing technology. And here comes what I saying about that tradition. You are saying about the biometric technologies, right? So these are the things that you can have for your newer authentication. So why I'm choosing these 4 things? So these 4 things are the huge terms that I've said before itself. Now I have highlighted on that red area. So it is much depending upon your electronics. So again, it is a term of selfishness. So we are electronics engineers and we are going to concentrate on this. And the technologies, is this so hard to learn? No, it is not that much hard to learn, but the thing is, you should know about the basics. Okay, so what we can do, how we can start. Okay, so yes, so before going into the slide, I have a question. Okay, so there are some students, there are some professors, and there are some school students, and I think many of the parents or lot of people are watching this, right? So how many of you say, and is this engineers can do this, or else and person without a knowledge can do any of the future technologies that I showed here? No, it is not, because engineers we are different. Because I am an engineer, I am an engineer already. I can say boldly that I am an engineer. Okay, so we are something different. So we design. Yes, yes. So what we can do? Okay, so there are some technologies, there are some innovative ideas, there are some wordings I can hear from the people, they don't have studied much. Yes, they are living scientists. Like that, we have lots and lots of categories of peoples in India, right? So a perfect engineer is to search for those, make it into an idea, and design it what they need, right? So this is what I want to say from this session. Okay, so we are an engineers, and learning engineering is not that much easy, but if you understand the concepts, that is going to be the top things. You can, if you have a capability to design, you are an engineer, that's it. So I will show some consumer electronics. Okay, so that is available today, and you can look into these things. It is our today consumer electronics summit, CES 2020. I took only 5 of that. Okay, so it is Samsung Bailey robot, and then BMW i3 Urban Suit. We have a Dell Dell's Alien War, that is it's just a gaming console, and CVJ Sport, and that is in you would have seen this transportation in many of the cinemas and Hollywood movies, and finally your Samsung Odyssey. On the monitoring, the display technologies. Okay, so you say these are the technologies, and it is already it is available as a product, right? So how many of you have experienced this product? No, we have not experienced this product, right? So the thing is, so I wait every year for this consumer electronics summit. Okay, so that is what I put that so next year we will be having on Jan. Okay, so every steps counts. So what I'm going to be saying is every step. So what is the step? The first thing is you are learning the concepts code. That is what the first step is. So you would have missed those terminologies. Yes, so it is not, engineering is not about only learning to engineer, going to engineering college. Learning is not like the thing. You should be having a strong knowledge in your school subjects, like physics, so like chemistry. So each and everything has an accountability in your engineering. And even you should not say even max. Yes, it is max. Okay, all the multiplication, all the physics, chemistry into mathematics is going to be your engineering, right? So I you can ask me a question, right? What type of question is, sir, I was bored to learn this physics at schooling, sir. Can I do an engineering, or else can I make these kind of future electronics? No, you can't. Yes, you can't. You can't do it, because the thing is, you should have the knowledge in all the domains. If you want to do a newer thing, you should have all the knowledges. I'm not saying that you have to get 100% marks or 95% marks in your subjects. I'm not saying that. I'm saying a knowledge. I'm not saying in terms of marks. You should understand the difference between your quality and quantity. You should be in the terms of quality, not in terms of quantity. Understand? So make sure that you learn all your basic code. Okay, so I am now an embedded engineer. I started learning the things only at my second year, I can say frankly, to 2008. Okay, so before that I was not that much bright enough. I have not that much in my schoolings. Okay, so the thing is, what I want to say is, so get back to your schooling syllabus. If you are a school student, then it is fine, because you are currently in schooling. You have an opportunity to learn all these things. Okay, and you can come to an engineering college and learn the engineering, and you can success, and you can create some technologies that can be your future 2020. I can put after 4 years I'm presenting one more webinar to some other person. I can put your products there. Okay, so the thing is, uh, keep learning, keep learning, and not in terms of quantity, learn in terms of quality. So that is what I'm saying, that I put it this and I put it in nothing. Every step count. Okay, so I think you'd have know about what is engineering and what we need for an engineer. Okay, so have in a mind that we need a quality, not your quantity. So we have a large quantity of engineers, and we have only a limited number of quality engineers. That is the main reason. There are many people saying that we don't have jobs, engineering is not so good, and like lot of rumors is spreading in the social world, right? So don't underestimate the engineers. So if they are a quality engineers, they have huge opportunities in the world, and even more I can say, they can create magics. You'd have seen this COVID-19 situation. School students is doing this hand sanitizer work. Some people is saying some electronics and saying that distance, calculating the distance, and they are making some alarm like that. Each and everything. It is not the thing of what you are learn. It is a thing of what you learn, what you practice, and what you implement. That is what you are doing. So this is what we need. Okay, so I think I would have said about what an electron is. It. So here I have not seen about. I have not shown you anything about your future 2024, because future 2024 is in our hands. Okay, it is in our hands. We are going to make, or we are going to create this 2024. So that is what I have to say from this webinar session. Okay, so we are going to create. Okay, so we are going to learn many things, we are going to do many things. So I'll be waiting. Everyone is, our world is also waiting for this huge number of products. Okay, so I think I have to thank the people of your Engineering College. Thank you, HOD ma'am, and all the supporting staffs, all the staffs for giving me opportunity to present about future electronics. But I have not said anything about future electronics. I have shown a path, or else I have shown what I have seen, and even I am going to preparing for my future electronic products. I'm also doing some product for future. So this is also a motivation for me also. Okay, I'm self motivated that I also have to do product in 2024. Okay, so thank you once again. So now I will be posting some. If you want to post some questions, you can post it there. I'll be there for 5 more minutes. I'll be there for 5 more minutes. So if you want, you can ask me some questions. You can put it on the comment box. I'll be putting. I'll be saying the answers. I think I'm not sure who is this. Your videos. I can get only your videos. I can show that product what I have developed for a company. I can show that image. Okay, so sorry. In so your videos, I can show that image. Okay, uh, I can show that image. So this is the product we developed for a company called as company for CTTI in Chennai. Okay, so it is related with your ESD products. So electrostatic discharge. So if you are a college student, you would have known this easily because electrostatic discharge is a most important topic in electronics. Okay, so we are dealing with some control items, and we are making some display devices like small watches. You have VR technology now. So I have not said about this VR technology because already it is in top technology, and we are using that technology. Okay, and again one more question by Aarti Kadireshan: is this coding really mandatory for artificial intelligence learning stream? Yes, you have to learn, but don't directly jump into your Python directly, because that is not so much good. Learn your C programming, because today we have lot and lots of technology. Even there are rivals going around for Rust technology. I can show some my browser, and I can show the technologies names also. You have Rust. So this is a new programming language. It is not new programming language, it is there. This programming language is there. It is in C programming. And then we have Go language, and there is a rival going between this Go and Rust. Like that, the programming, in terms of programming, it has huge impact is huge impact is going around the world. Okay, there are competitions also. So coding is very much mandatory for learning all these terms. So this is the two things, because it is a recent rival going on the internet about this Go and Rust. So that is the reason I go with this Rust, because Rust is also becoming a gaining popularity around the programmers. You say about artificial intelligence and lots of things. You can see the performance, or else I can see what are the modules available in your Rust programming languages. Okay, so even I started your started learning this Rust, because we should be ahead of the technologies. We have to learn this new languages. Okay, so again it is a C language, so it is not that much tough. So learn your C language is good. That is what I can say. So any more questions?
My name is Ivan Pubarev, and I work for Advanced Technology and Projects Group at Google. Specific gesture information from this one radar signal that we receive at a high frame rate.
From these strange foreign range alpha signals, right?
So you
we're
can see that
actually
project
interpreting human intent, which means that you can sense the tiniest motions.
You can see a lot of
We
things.
arrived at this idea of virtual tools because we recognize that there's certain archetypes of controls, like a volume knob or a physical slider, volume slider. Imagine a button between your thumb and your index finger, and the button's not there, but pressing this is a very clear action, and there's a natural physical haptic feedback that occurs as you perform that action. The hand can both embody that virtual tool, and it can also be acting on that virtual tool at the same time. So if we can recognize that action, we have an interesting direction for interacting with technology. So when we started this project, me and my team, we and we thought, are we going to make it or not? We don't know, but we have to do it, because unless you do it, you don't know.
And what I think I'm most proud of about our project is we've pushed the processing power of the electronics itself further out to do the sensing part for us.
The radar has properties which no other technology has. It can work through materials, can embed it into the objects. It allows to track really precise motions. And what is most exciting about it is that you can shrink the entire radar and put in a tiny chip. That's what makes this approach so promising. It's extremely reliable. There's nothing to break. There's no moving parts. There's no lenses. There's nothing. It's just a piece of sand on your board. Now we're at a point where we have the hardware where we can sense these interactions and we can put them to work. We can explore how well they work and how well they might work in products. Blows your mind usually when you see things people do. And that's what I'm really looking forward to. I'm really looking forward to releasing this to the development community, and I really want them to be excited and motivated to do something.
Ajay Kumar, I think in CES 2020, there is a camera called as Mark 3, I think so. You can see this Canon 1DX Mark 3, because I was not familiar with this camera. I have not yet handled this DSLR and all, but I know the things that has happened in last 2 months before Mark 3. You can see that camera and all. Okay, so if you have any specific electronics, if you want to discuss, you can put it in the chat box. About the generation, the 5G, still 5G is in our development. Okay, so even we can't implement 5G because there is no huge debate is going around this ISM band. You can check it in your internet about this ISM. Okay, so ISM. Okay, so there is a huge debate is going around for about this radio technology. So 6G is also there. So we can't talk much because we are struggling with implementing our 5G technology. So I'm not sure about the things, the work going around 5G 6G technology. Okay, so you can look into the first. You have to understand whether whether we have or not. Okay, so go to this ISM ban and you can see, because we have a huge film took by Shankar sir about this bans and all. Okay, so if you want, you can go to this, you type ISM ban and you can check it what is happening around the world. Okay, so I'm not sure about this 6G technology and all. Okay, if you want, we can close this live session. Participants and the viewers who are watching, if you have queries, please put it on chat box. I can answer up to my knowledge. Okay, thank you all, thank you all for your support. Thanks, appreciation. Thank you very much. This will be available in your SAEC ECE page, so you can go there and you can watch it again. If you have any queries, put it on the comment box. And in the description, you can find your phone number.